Hello guys, Link here, and yes, this isn't a match. I just wanted to explain the build right here, right now, because I couldn't resist plugging in my Discord. So this build was provided me by my Discord server. The username is Twisted Sega Gamer, but on YouTube I know who that person is. It's Xbox Clown. So yeah, on Discord he's given me this build called the Carnage Daniel build. Now on paper you might be like, what's the theme of Carnage? But you know, I'll explain it because I am a Spider-Man fan. I didn't see it at first, but I was just I was just really tired. It was late, but now I see it as clear as day. So let me go over the build. So before we do, just I would prefer viewer builds to be on the Discord build. I mean, you could still do it in the YouTube comments. It's just it's more easier on me because now I have a place to look for viewer builds or build requests. It doesn't have to be yours. Just, you can request a build that you want to see me play around with. I'm more happy to oblige. Content and all that stuff. You could still do it on YouTube, like I said, if you don't want to get a Discord or you don't want to join Discord. That's fine, but it does make it easier on me. And of course, with that out of the way, let's jump into the build. So for our first skill we're using is Brutality, pretty good, and Wind Up's pretty good, but you want to know what's not good? Intercept, but you can always use it if you want to shitty Mr. X. But I'm going to use Brutality. For our second skill is Vampire. Basically, all our creatures that are controllable can get health every time they attack a survivor or bite. So, we don't have to control them, but it will help us when we do have to control them. Just by a little bit, though. And for our third skill, we're using is Sadist. Sadist is actually the most sense. I'm glad he kind of picked this skill. Given the current meta, I think it is important to do more damage to your survivors. No matter what, even if you have endurance, you're still likely to get killed. It's not like endurance gives you a health or damage resistant boost. It just gives you the ability to not be knocked back. Of course, there are multiple factors that can go through endurance, like stairs and the Kashima. The Kashima is the bigger offender here. So now it's like you either want invulnerability, like just straight up invulnerability, it's temporary, or just do more damage, just fuck him up as many times as hard as you can before it's too late, but I understand, some people would prefer endurance, and I still prefer endurance myself, but Sadist is what we're gonna use, and honestly it fits the theme of the build. Alright, this is Carnage, what we're talking about, a Spider-Man villain. Alright, if you don't know who he is, just think of him as Venom. I think everyone knows who Venom is, but red and way more fucked up. Like, fucked up as in he'll throw a baby out of the fucking window. Yeah, that's real. So, yeah, we're using Sadist. And for our area cards, we're going to use is Detonator Berserker. I don't know why, and Remote Shell. I actually like the Remote Shell because the idea of the Remote Shell is basically it's the strongest zombie in the game. He has the most health, he has more attack power, and he has all the buffs. So pretty cool. I like to think of this particular zombie as the final form for Carnage, so, we're going to use that. For our equipment, we have his Bioenergy Tank 2, Razor Claws 3, Researcher's Brain, and Bloody Fangs 2. Honestly, I'm not sure about the Bloody Fangs thing part. I mean, it doesn't matter if we're controlling our creatures or not. This actually will help out all of our creatures. So if a Licker does get a lucky grab, or a dog gets a grab, and they do it successfully, they actually get some health back. So this actually does help out our creatures if they do want to grab. So that's pretty neat, but honestly, depending on how things go, I may recommend Beta Strain 2. It's not going to help out the shotguns. That's just a fact. It's not going to help out with the shotguns. I mean, it can make it to where you can maybe escape the stun lock a little bit easier, but if they're all fucking shooting at you and they all have shotguns, I'd just say cut your losses. That zombie is just gonna stay stun locked until you leave him. But honestly, Beta Strain 2 is just to help out so you don't get stun locked by the simplest weapons like an MQ-11, a Matilda, a fucking Mup, and an LE5. I mean, the quick draw still has a better chance of stunning you, but not stun locking you. And a shotgun will always stun lock you, no matter what. There's nothing you can do about that, unless you have endurance. But yeah, that's what we're gonna use, is Bloody Fangs 2. For the deck, is scares me. It scares me. So for the deck, we have a Nia, a fucking Liquor, Discount, Enhanced Vapor Regen and Berserker, Imposter Zombie, and a Nia Infectious Zombie. Oh god. Efficiency mod creatures and generator mod small. Okay, I get the idea. We have energy booster creatures, and that helps out, especially with the Liquor. But my main worry, my very main concern is, why the heck do we have generator mod small? Honestly, if you're gonna use energy booster creatures and when you have 3 creatures that cost so damn much, I don't see a point in having generator mod small. Honestly, energy booster creatures would be better off if you just have one mod. One mod, that's it, only one mod. Or even 0 mods for that matter. Because energy booster creature, like, okay, so think of it like this. Alright, use your imagination. Alright, we have the 2 mods we need. And we have, like, say we have a Liquor. But we don't have energy booster creatures. We just have an imposter zombie or discount or something. So basically, we want to avoid using the Liquor. We want to keep cycling our deck until we get an energy booster creatures, right? Well, what happens when we get this? Okay, so this will cost 4, this will cost 3, and this will cost 2, and this will cost 6. Well, I guess we have to wait. Depending on how much bioenergy we have, either we can use it, but now we're low on bioenergy, or we don't have enough bioenergy to use it. It's just, I don't know. It's bad impressions from the start, but, you know, we don't do first impressions here. We get straight in the match and do it. But in this case, I just wanted to talk about it. This deck scares me, but I could be surprised, you know? So, something can happen. But, you know, honestly, depending on how well this deck does, I might say, hey, let go of generator mod small. You don't need it. Just put in energy leech vapor. So then you got energy, like, I mean, we're doing a lot of damage. I don't see why we don't have energy leech. Since Carnage is, like, I don't know, man. I get the Nia, though. He has, like, a little tentacle attack thing, and the symbiote can, like, do a bunch of cool stuff. So, you know, that's cool. And I get the Liquor thing, you know, the whole tongue thing. So, yeah, I get all of this. So that's pretty cool. I don't see why we have to have a Nia Infectious, though. I get maybe to have an infectious zombie, but at that point, I think you would be better off with a zombie infectious. Just because, you know, hey, infection, and B, it's cheaper. It'll only cost you 2. So yeah, that's my first impression. I just wanted to get that out there. It's my first impressions. So yeah, it's a bit long, sorry. But now we are going to begin the matches, so I'll see you in the first match.
I have many fun adventures lined up for you. We have death, destruction, disease, all the fun things that the modern world will offer us. You are welcome. I have killed dozens, maybe hundreds, and now I am asked to make novelty locks. My life is strange.
My kind of work.
Let's have a closer look.
Sometimes it's easiest just to do things yourself. You understand. Say bonjour to the Reaper for me. If you live, I shall enter you in total spaces. But I do not hold much hope of your success there either. Okay, you found it. have a first aid kit for your...
Get on with it. This is death or glory, not a race where you get a prize for participation.
Check it. I need healing over here.
Oh, thanks.
Wow.
Why did I bother building all of these mechanisms for you if you are going to move so slowly that a tortoise with a limp could overtake you?
Bad luck, my friend.
Alright, slightly laggy, but, you know, not my problem. Seriously
I
not.
expected
But
disappointment.
fuck them.
And you,
2 Kashimas.
you had the chance for sacrifice.
Fucking hell.
You had the
Oh,
chance
whoops.
for a
I didn't mean to exit that early. Jesus, I'm not that mad, but... but, before we do go to the next match, I just want to say, well, they did their best, and, you know... That's shenanigans. So far, I don't know, the liquor kinda... but we did okay. So, I'll see you in the second match.
Bonjour. The wheels of fate led you to a strange place today. Let us see if you will walk away or not. What would open this strange lock? How much do you believe that I would put that key in there with you? Perhaps I did not,
What?
and you are trapped forever.
This'll teach him to make jokes about my name.
If it's here, I'll find it.
If that was something you needed, do you think I would tell you? Sometimes it's easiest just to do things yourself. You understand. Me?
Had a bullet.
Go find a place to use it. There is more fun ahead. Fun for me, at least. There are glaciers moving faster than you.
Why did I bother building all of these mechanisms for you if you are going to move so slowly that a tortoise with a limp could overtake you?
Do not forget. Bad luck, my friend.
I can do this.
You lost because you were a coward.
I expected disappointment.
Now I'm gonna throw a baby out of the window to be
You
more
had
in
the chance
character.
for sacrifice. You
So,
had the
be right
chance
back.
for escape. But in the end, you are just here.
Okay. Obviously, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not a fucking psychopath, but yeah. Okay, so, you know, I could see it working, but it's just like, ugh, I just wish I had energy leech. I'm doing so much damage to them, even though I'm getting stun locked. And the one thing I love about the Nia is that even though they are in the shocking animation, they can still do their tentacle attack. So that's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. You can catch them off guard. You're like, oh shit, that didn't work. I'm still getting hurt. I mean, if you have mind over matter, it's like, whoa. But, you know, that's besides the point. Well, I don't think it would hold up against a really good team, especially if they know how to stun lock a creature. But I'm gonna do one more match, okay? So hopefully this match will show, will you know, show some more resistance with the other team. So I'll see you in the third match.
Bonjour. The wheels of fate led you to a strange place today. Let us see if you will walk away or not.
This really is not a very efficient way of ending our life.
Orders are orders.
Door.
You found a lock, but where is the key? See? That could be a key.
This is gonna stop us.
We'll find a place to use that. There is more fun ahead. Fun for me, at least.
The cogs turn. The bars of the cage fall into place.
You are close to the point of no return. I confess, I did not expect to be so successful so soon.
He feels no pain.
The perfect machine for this endeavor.
Bravo!
Let us see how much further you can go.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Teamwork makes the dream work. It's sealed.
Fate awaits writing the final line for you.
No worries.
I got a guardian angel. Thanks.
Someone's not making this easy for us.
All the pieces I have put in place lately here. You have no hope. No sorrow, no regret. Just flesh made into a weapon.
even close.
There will be no rest here for your corpse once you are gone. Why are you still in this place? Don't you have somewhere else to go?
I got her slack.
Do you not want to escape?
I got her slacking. Okay, okay. Let's fucking go. Except for that shit. Oh, look at you! Some little fucking
You stepped
baby
into my
could
beer
win.
and swallowed you.
Wah, wah, wah.
Snails
Fucking
move faster
go
than
away,
you,
you bitches.
including the ones
Look at
served in
you.
garlic.
Aw, did I hurt your feelings? Did I hurt your little fucking ego?
I control everything here.
Oh, I can't stand losing. I gotta go in DC. Look at you, fucking losers. And of course you're gonna blame it on lag.
This day. Revolution will not come from cowardice, but
Okay.
from sacrifice.
I know you guys are gonna probably be getting annoyed by that, but holy fuck. Baby Jill, baby Tyrone, baby Sam. Honestly, I feel bad for the Becca. She probably just doing her best. I feel sympathy for the Becca though. Yeah, she's just playing like normal, and then we get these fucking idiots that, you know, they're like, I gotta win every game, dude. I gotta fucking win a game that's dying. And if I don't win, I'm just DC. I'm not gonna give him the satisfaction of winning. Too bad, loser. You gave me the satisfaction of knowing that you can't win against me. Two little bitches. Okay, so actually I do want to change the build up to be a little bit more effective in terms of bioenergy. I mean, the Mr. X saved the day right there. It's so yeah, I know I was a little bit annoying, but can't you blame me when these fucking idiots were trying so fucking hard? Not even their baby butter knife could save them. Like, you can't honestly blame me for, you know, being a little toxic here. So, you know, fuck these three, and I feel sorry for the Becca. You did your best, and I say GG to you. But all the other ones, fuck you all, you cowards. So I'll see you in the customization screen. So you might be wondering, what changes did we made? Well, very little. So let's just go over it. Brutality is obviously the better choice. The reason why I don't use wind up, despite me saying wind up is pretty good, is because of the fact, well, yeah, you get Bull Rush is really good. You can like potentially one hit KO an entire squad. That's pretty cool. You want to know what's not cool? How easy it is to stun lock the fucking Mr. X, especially when most of the time they're prepared for it. It's like, you know, they either have a flash, a grenade, or a flamethrower. A grenade launcher could do it despite it being acid rounds, and a flame mine could do that. It's easy to stun Mr. X. He's very vulnerable when he's in his wind up thing. I wish they did something to where, you know, he has like he can't be stopped when he's using wind up. I'm not saying straight up invulnerability. I'm just saying like he can't be flash, he can't be stunned or anything. Something to fix wind up, because wind up's pretty good. Obviously we don't want a shitty Mr. X, so we're not using that. So brutality on their hand is pretty good, just because of that whole thing. So, you know, vampire, sadist are pretty good. These two go together like peanut butter and jelly. Vampire, you really only want to use vampire if you have a high damage build, so you can get some health back. But considering the amount of Kashimas, I don't even think vampire is worth using anymore. Honestly, if you really don't like the idea of vampire, I'm not saying it's bad, because it has helped me in those matches. But if you really don't want it, you can either go for more bite damage or go for frenzy, whatever your pick, if you really don't like the idea of that. But let it be noted, it has helped me, so I'm gonna keep it. And sadist, well, yeah, given the theme of the build, it makes sense to have it, so not bad. And for area 2, honestly, the Detonator Berserker, so long as you get the jump on them, it's not bad to have. Just make sure you time it right, 'cause sometimes they'll juke. Just make sure you catch them off guard. If they don't expect it, they're less likely to, you know, instinctively juke. But if you don't like the Detonator just as much as I don't, you could always use Overclock. It's not a bad idea, given the bioenergy thing. So, for Area 3, it's going to stay the same. Remote Shell is the good choice of this build. For equipment, is Bioenergy Tank 2, Razor Claw 3, Researcher's Brain, and Beta Strain 2. Honestly, Bloody Fangs 2, I don't know. I don't think it's worth using in my opinion. If you want my honest opinion, I think Beta Strain 2 might be more worth it. Just because I don't like the idea of getting stun locked by a Matilda, a MUP, MQ11, and an LE5, you know? I don't like that. So we're gonna make it to where, you know, they can't really do much unless they have knockback equipment, which they very less likely to have. Let's be real here. So we're gonna use that instead. But if you want, you can do this, which slightly increases the rate of infection caused by creatures and slightly increases their attack power. Or you could just do Razor Claws too. Honestly, whatever works. I'm gonna use Beta Strain 2. For the deck, honestly, I made like 2 changes, but there are more changes you can work around with the deck. This deck is completely changeable as well. So I get the idea of having a Liquor and a Nia. The Nia is supposed to be like the symbiote attack, and the Liquor is like the long ass tongue that Carnage and Venom has. And also, look at him, he's red, except, you know, I made him silver, so yeah. But you know, I don't really understand the point of a zombie. I mean, an infectious Nia. I get the infectious part, but why does it have to be a Nia? Why can't it just be a regular zombie? I think that's more like it, if you ask me. It's cheaper, and also it has an infection right off the bat. So, you know, if you really need some infection going on, I think it's better to just have the cheaper option, in my opinion. The Imposter Zombie, these do work, and Bioenergy Tank 2 really helps out. Now, our new cap is 16, so that means that if we do manage to spend a Liquor just by the way it is, like 6, we will have 10 Bioenergy if we're like at 16. Very unlikely that we want to use it when it's like 6 or 5 or 4. We want to use it when we have him at least 4 or 3 or 2. Just make him super cheap, because that's, at this rate, the Liquor might as well be like 4. Just how terrible the Liquor is, depending on what build you're using, that is. But the thing is, I don't like using energy booster creatures or any energy booster in general if I'm using 2 mods. I don't like using 2 mods because then, well, you don't have enough space. What if you get a Liquor and a Nia? Well, guess what? Now you have to keep cycling, and you might have to waste some bioenergy until you could get the one that can make this thing cheaper. So, if you want my honest opinion, just do this. Don't have a mod. Just have Energy Leech. This build is a high risk with a high payoff if you can pull it off. But I think that payoff is not huge enough. If the payoff is huge, if you have bioenergy on the line, you can get so much bioenergy back, the payoff would be so much better. Like, way better. Like, so much better. Like, you'll get some bioenergy back. There's times where I feel like I'm down 2 survivors, and I'm still at 5 bioenergy. It's like, it's not that much. I could have had a Liquor by now or something. But with this, it depends on how well you play as Daniel. I understand some of you guys might not be the best at Daniel, but honestly, Daniel requires so much skill to play as. Despite what his origin used to be, at one point I think it was considered to be like not skilled to play as Daniel, and now he's like the hardest mastermind to play as. I guess second, maybe Nikolai is, but despite that, they're both of my favorites, and yet they're the most difficult to, some of them are, depending on what build you use, they're the most difficult to use. And this build is a high payoff with a high risk. that is. If you don't play Daniel right, this build may not be for you. So, and I'm not sure how well it fares with a good team. I wouldn't say the third match had a good team because they're all cowards and they DZ like a bitch. So, you know, I wouldn't say they're like the best team because they look like they run away when they're about to lose. Fucking cowards. But yeah, that's really the only thing I would change. If you want my honest opinion, I'd probably just get rid of the liquor and then have the small generator mod back. But I understand the theme of the build, and it's not like the liquor completely screwed me over, so maybe the liquor isn't a bad idea. It just needs, there has to be more options to get bioenergy back, and I think energy leech might add to that. Or, you know, maybe just have a VX zombie, or just a zombie infectious. I'm not sure, but I think right now, I think this build might do it. But the deck I was using, it had problems, but it still came through in the end. As long as I was doing more damage and I was juking, I think it's not a bad idea. I think it wasn't a bad deck. Honestly, the liquor scared me, and how much the liquor scared me. All right, I had a bad history of using a liquor, especially in that one Spencer build. But you know, besides that, and no disrespect to that person who made the Spencer build, I still enjoyed it. This build is pretty good. And I hope you enjoy the changes. So again, thank you, Twisted Sega Gamer or Xbox Clown, for the awesome build. And I think now is the perfect time to close the video. Sorry that took long. I just need to explain and give my thoughts on the build. So, with that out of the way, yeah, that's the end of the video. If you want to like the video, if you liked it, go ahead and subscribe if you like my content. I upload daily, so why the hell not? And I have a Discord, link in the description and in the pinned comment. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Haven't you heard? No still means no.